Very good morning to everyone. In this lecture EC8652 wireless communication, today we are going to discuss about the topic Unit 4 multipath mitigation techniques. Now we can see this one by one. In the syllabus of Unit 4, the first of all the equalization technique and also the diversity technique in both the transmitter and the receiver side. Let us move to the equalization, introduction of equalizations. The equalization is nothing but estimating the channel impulse response. The estimate that calculated is used to compensate the distractions of the channel, which will lead to improve the performance of transmission link. In early day, the equalization technique were focused towards telephone channels and equalized as linear, time invariant and frequency selective channels. The main advantages of applying the equalizer are compensation to amplitude and phase distortions by reducing the ISI, that is inter-symbol interference errors. The reduction of these ISI is done at the input of the decision device is decided. So the performance of wideband system is highly dependent on the channel over which transmission take place. A clear idea about the time dispersive wideband channels of mobile radio is necessity. So in these sessions the data is collected. The data is collected and result from different measurement taken into mobile environment or taken into account based on which the channels are modeled. When the channels are modeled, it should possess two basic criteria. So number one, it should be simple so that analytically computed can be applied to enhancement system performance. The second one, the performance measured that are computed should be very close to actual performance observed in mobile radio channels. The different mobile radio channels are already the previous session are discussed. Now we will also focus on modeling the radio channels so as to reduce the interference and to improve the quality of the systems. For a distraction free transmission, the channel should satisfy the Nyquist criterion and then the pulse will known as a Nyquist pulse. If the system employs the Nyquist pulses, then the best level of the performance will be assured. In case if this channel is not ideal over the entire bandwidth, then the signaling at a rate W in 1 second or higher result, where W is a intermediate frequency band. It is a ideal filter to will produce a distortion termed as inter-symbol interference. It is a number of adjacent pulses get interfered and there will be degradation of the symbol to noise ratio. if the channels if the channels are satisfies the Nyquist criterion through the intermediate modules, now we can align the ideal not ideal over the baseband if may reduce the number of activities and have the distraction free transmission or ISI, and at the same time it is nothing but the now the important terms of adaptive equalization and band limited channels. In adaptive equalization, it considered a time varying channels Here, the receiver attained the equalization by adjusting the several parameters continuously, that is based on the measurement taken on the channel characteristics. This process of continuous assessment done in time varying nature channel, it is called a adaptive equalization. Then the band limited channels. The band limited channels correspond to a channel in which the frequency response is non-zero only in prescribed finite portion in the frequency spectrum. For example, the radio channel is band pass with a frequency response Hc of f. It can be represented the carrier signal of both f minus fc and f plus fc. So the equalization, it used to receiver to compensate the ISI effect created by the multipath environment. So here an equalizer at the front end of the receiver compensate the average range of the expected channel amplitude and delay characteristics, as the mobile fading channels are random and time varying. The equalizer must track the time varying characteristics of the mobile channels and therefore should be time varying or adaptive. The adaptive equalizer has two phases of operation. Number one, tracking and training. Now let us move to the equalization. In the modulation bandwidth exceed the concurrent bandwidth of the radio channels, the ISI occur and modulation pulses are spread in the time. The equalization compensate for the ISI it created by multipath within time dispersive channels, and equalizer must be a adaptive equalization method. Here the mobile channels are random and time varying. It affects the signal fading. The equalizer should possess the capability of tracking these time varying signal channels to reduce the interference, and such a type of equalizer is a adaptive equalizer. In this combination of communication system compares the modulations, transmitters, radio channels and receiver, and also the intermediate frequency stage and the detector matched filters. At the end of the receiver setup, the system, an equalizer is connected. The input received at the equalizer is denoted as the combination of input response and also the noise of the baseband signal. Now let us move to the diversity. It is usually employed to reduce the depth of the duration of fades experienced by the receiver in a flat fading, that is a narrow band channels, it without increasing the transmitted power or bandwidth. It can be employed at both base station and mobile receiver. The types of diversity is a polarization diversity, frequency and time diversity. Now the channel coding. To improve the mobile communication link performance by adding the redundant data bit in the transmitted signal at the base band portion of the transmitted, a channel coder map digital message sequence into another specific code sequence containing a greater number of the bit than originally contained in the message bit. The coded message is then modulated for transmission in the wireless channels. It is considered to be a post detection techniques. So we are using the general coding methodology in the channel, that is called a block code and convolutional code. Now let us we move to the fundamentals of equalization. The fundamentals of equalization. First one is inter-symbol interference. It caused by the multipath propagation time dispersion channels and it causes bit error at the receiver side. It is a major obstacles to high-speed data transmission over the mobile radio channels. And then equalization, it compensates the ISI and it can be any signal processing operation that minimize the ISI and usually track the varying channel adaptively. Now, the operating modes of adaptive equalizer, number one is a training mode. This is a first stage mode. In this mode, a known fixed length training sequence is sent by the transmitter, so the receiver equalizer may average to a proper setting. The training sequence is designed to permit an equalizer at the receiver to acquire the proper filter coefficient in the worst possible channel conditions. The training sequence is typically a pseudo random binary signals or fixed prescribed bit pattern. Intermediately following the training sequence, the user data is sent. The time span over which the equalizer coverage is a function of equalizer algorithm and equalizer structure and also the time rate of change of the multipath radio channels. Now let us move to the tracking, the second mode of the adaptive equalization method. So it is immediately following the training sequence, the user data is sent. As a user data are received, the adaptive algorithm of the equalizer track the changing channels and adjust the filter characteristics over the time. It is a commonly used in digital communication system where user data is segmented into short time block. We are using the time division multiple access wireless system are particularly well suited for this equalization technique. So the data in fixed length time block and also the training sequence usually send at the beginning of the block. Now the communication system with as adaptive equalizer, the equalizer can be implemented at the baseband or intermediate frequency in the receiver. Since the baseband complex envelope expression can be used to represent the band pass waveforms, and thus the channel's response demodulated signal and adaptive equalizer algorithm are used to simulated and implemented at the baseband signals. Now we can see the adaptive equalization general block diagram. So it is one of the transmitter session of the adaptive equalization methodology. So in this method we are using the equations y of t, x of t, convolution of f of t plus nb of t. Here the x of t is a input signal, that is a modulating input signal is applied to the modulator position, and the modulated stream of the output signal is applied to the transmitter. So the transmitter, the radio channels and also the RF front end intermediate radio frequency. So it detects the matched filter, then we are convoluted the output value of the NB of t is a modulated signal. The received Y of t is a input modulated signal. In this signal is applied to the adaptive equalization. So this is a receiver side. This is one of the receiver. The user data is received at the receiver. The adaptive algorithm used in the equalizer start to track the changing radio channels. Here we are using the filter coefficient continuously over a time period. The equalizer is correctly trained. It is assumed as a coverage equalizer and it also make the tracking process comparatively more easier. Now we can move to the generic adaptive equalization. In different algorithm are used in equalization technique computational to reduce the algorithm to or influence the many factors, that is a computation complexity, rate of convergence, misadjustment, numerical properties. In this range of input y of k is convolved with the adaptive equalization to to summing the prior amplitude of phase and frequency of the signal to convolved the error signal. So it assumed to envelop the fixed length of the transmitted by the transmitter and the receiver, the end of the equation tied to adapt to time varying channels, that the proper detection of the sequence received with a minimum bit error. Now let us move to the transverse filters. So in this adaptive equalization, we are using the transverse filters, the n delay elements and n plus 1 taps elements and tuned complex multiplier and n plus 1 weighted filters. So these weighted are updated continuously by the adaptive algorithm. It either on sample by sample basics or block by block basics. So the adaptive algorithm is controlled by the error signals. It derives comparing the output of the equalizer with some signal which is either an exact scaled replication of the transmitted signal or which represent known property of the transmitted signal. Now the cost of the functions are used. The cost of function is minimized by using the error signal and the weighted or updated iteratively. For example, we are using the LMS algorithm can be served as a cost functions. The iteration operation based on LMS is a new weight is equal to previous weight of the signal plus constant into previous error into current input vectors. So where the previous error is nothing but the previous desired output in minus previous actual output. This process is repeatedly in the program loop while the equalizer attempt to coverage upon the reaching convergence. The adaptive algorithm freezes the filter weight until the error signal exceed an acceptable level or until a new training sequence is sent. Thank you for watching this video.